I am so bored. You're gonna have to sit here and watch me smoke a cigarette. I wouldn't be so bored if I had a job, but it's not that I haven't looked for a job, it's just nobody's hiring because the economy sucks so bad. I mean, of all places, I can't even get a job at Walmart. Walmart. I have no clue what this world's coming to. I mean, it figures having a hillbilly redneck as president with access to nuclear weapons. I mean, it's really great to have a president that always looks like he's staring into the sun. It's just ridiculous. And how anybody hasn't assassinated him or even attempted it is beyond me, because Kennedy was one of our great presidents. He was killed. Now, why is it always the good presidents are the ones that get shot, and the shitty ones are the ones that get to, have all these scandals and all this other shit and not get shit for it? I mean, honestly, I thought somebody was gonna, off Clinton, but he didn't do necessarily too bad of a job. Well, in comparison to Bush, he didn't do a bad job at all. But I want to see what your vote is on famous presidential catchphrases, because we all know Clinton's, his "I did not have sexual relations with that woman." Now, what would be Bush's catchphrase? Because it seems like everybody in power now has their own little catchphrase. I want to see your vote and see which one you think is his catchphrase, and which one has he used the most, or which one is more infamous. Besides, I didn't know you were my sister. Oh, man. I really gotta get a life. Well, I'm just, since I'm at it right now, might as well give you a little heads up on me. I live in Florida right now, currently unemployed. And I'm trying to do several different things. I'm trying to go to college. Even though I didn't even graduate high school, I kind of dropped out and got my GED. It's because I couldn't concentrate in class with all the bullshit and drama that all these kids bring. I couldn't focus. And most of the teachers, they teach lies and bullshit. The government will teach you what it wants you to learn, so therefore you don't get intelligent enough to overthrow it. And they try to keep a chain on you in that sense. And I'm on Skype a lot, and I talk to a lot of people. And they have such poor views on the United States, it's ridiculous. Like, a good percentage of the world is actually afraid of us. And they judge us, they say a lot of mean things towards Americans, but it's not our fault. It's the people who are in control of our country that it's making us look bad. Just because Bush is a retard and he looks like a retard doesn't give him the right to make the rest of us look like retards. It's just, I've been at it today, adding videos and just ranting and bullshitting. I have a feeling one of my videos is going to end up on Attack of the Show or something. And I'm just waiting for the day I get hater mail. It's just going to be hilarious to see what ignorant people have to say. Oh. One thing I can't stand is Jehovah's Witnesses. Or not Jehovah's Witnesses in particularly, just those people that like to show up at your front door at 6 o'clock in the fucking morning preaching the gospel. Yeah, see, I said gospel. I can't even speak right today. I don't know what it is. I guess I need to get some sleep, considering I haven't slept since 4 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday. Sometimes people just need to have their brains lacquered. I don't know where parents go wrong with certain people. For instance, I had this friend that I've known for 9 years. And she calls herself my friend, but therefore she only acts like she's my friend when I have something she needs. And I can't see how you can be friends with somebody for 9 years and just use them straight through. it's ridiculous how she has no moral value. She lies, she cheats, she steals. Everything she ever does is for herself, and she doesn't care about anybody else. And it took me 9 years to figure this out, because I did not want to believe that my best friend wasn't my best friend. And it's sad. It really hurt me when I told her basically to, go fuck herself. It hurt, because I never wanted to ever say that, but honestly, my life has been a lot better since I completely cut her off. Because I don't have to worry about what lies she's going to tell me, or, how she's going to screw me over. It appalls me how some women think because they have a vagina that they can control men, and their attitude on men pisses me off. They say, that women are the stronger sex. That's bullshit. Who has to put up with you when you're PMSing? Or whose credit card do you steal to buy useless shit? Or who has to deal with you when you're having a bad day? Or when you're pregnant? Or, there's so many of these other things that is just a mockery. And I'm not targeting women in general. I'm only targeting a percentage of women. Because there is women out there that actually do have a job, but most of them freeload off their husband and spend their cash on useless shit, and then divorce them and then try to take everything they own. And how they feel good about themselves at the end of the night is beyond me. It's sad. It really is. Love these days is becoming harder and harder to find, and it's nothing that people in particularly, I still can't even speak right, in particularly are doing. It's more or less the world that they grew up in. I mean, my friend's parents, they're screwed up. Her dad's an alcoholic, and I don't even know what the story is with her mother. And she blames all of her problems on her childhood and on her parents. She never takes any responsibility for her own actions, and it's not more or less her parents' fault than it is hers. You should have common sense to not act like a fool. I've had a pretty shitty childhood. My mom's walked out twice, and my dad keeps on bringing in women. I've had 2 stepmoms within the past 2 years, within the past year. And it puts a toll on you. And I don't blame my parents for the way I am today. If anything, my parents showed me how not to act. My parents helped define the kind of person that I want to be when I'm older. People that hide behind blame and blame everyone else for their mistakes and don't man up, honestly, you're going to get nowhere in life. You're going to realize that there's going to be less and less people that actually want to be your friend. It's just so many people, they're just so immature, it's ridiculous. People just need to grow the fuck up. Just because my parents were screwed up does not mean I am. And she needs to stop hiding behind that. And I'm using her as an example, but I'm also talking to other people out there that do that same shit. And whether you not want to admit it or not, and I know I'm going to get hate mail for this video, grow up. Face reality. Take responsibility for your actions. Stop being a little pansy and just get a fucking grip. I honestly have nothing more to say. Send me your feedback. And I actually encourage you to give me hate mail so I can honestly post another video and saying how deluded you are.